how do we know then what's a defense mechanism and what's actually part of us and should be retained? How do you start working with somebody to break down the two kind of columns, if you want to call them, of what to keep and what to get rid of?
Right. Well, in my coaching, I try to make everything as simple as possible, right? So I tend to try to say, like, how can we make this as easy as possible? And when it comes to just everyday function, no matter what, 95% of what you're doing is on autopilot.
Yeah.
So instead of saying what's me versus what's not me, assume that all of it is you and all of it is programming that you just adopted to survive at some point in your life. And we don't have to categorize, is it good, is it bad, is it me, or is it not? I don't like, it's so interesting that you say I don't remember how to do that, because you do remember how to do it. You don't just forget how to do things, right? But it's this confusion that we've then put ourselves in of, like, what is me versus what is not me. All of it is you. Just because you adopted something from survival doesn't mean it's not you. You learned how to walk from your parents. That doesn't mean you don't suddenly know how to walk now, or walking's not a part of you. Like, we have to be reasonable. So what we say instead is, okay, what parts of my life are going well? What parts of my life do I like? And what parts of my life am I unsatisfied with? What parts of my life would I like to change? That's how we can start creating buckets. Okay, what parts of my life are going good? Why do I like, what skill sets do I have? Do I think contributed to life going well? Okay, this, and this. Okay, what do I think I did to cause the negative things that have happened in my life, or the reason why my life is not going well? That's when you can start separating the buckets. You're taking complete and full responsibility. You're not saying I'm good or I'm bad. You're just analyzing the data, because the only way we can make true change is to analyze the data, not get caught up in the fantasy of anxiety or what depression tells us. We're looking at the data. Where is my life now? What may I have done to cause it? And then we get a third party who can has the tools to help us analyze. Oh yes, you do seem to have this pattern in your relationships. You're an anxious or avoidant attachment style. This is how we solve this, right? It can be very logical. It can be step by step.